Anywhere in the world you are watching this program, my name is Linda and I welcome you to Linda's TV show. If it is your first time and you like what you are seeing, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notifications. This will enable YouTube to recommend and suggest our videos to you. If you do not turn on your notification bell, you won't know when I upload a new video. Here, we react to all forms of video, especially what is happening in Nigeria and in Biafra land. I put a disclaimer that here in Linda's TV show, we do not promote misleading information, hate speech, violence, or instigating war. I always seize every opportunity to appreciate YouTube for allowing us.
Final written address is a constitutionally mandated right which I must be granted. It is in the constitution of this very country that final written addresses, my lord, must be granted. I have not waived it, my lord, and I insist that I address this court on all these issues. My lord, do not forget.
Defendant?
My lord.
Consultant, can you tell your...
My lord, I will not, please, let me finish.
Please.
It's my case.
I've gone...
It is my case, my lord, let me finish. My lord, this very court, another idea that everyone was here, my lord, another idea that everyone said, at the right time we contradict and develop a piece of evidence. A piece of evidence didn't become that. I need to write my family to address my lord
on the count charge which reads thus.
My lord, my lord, I'm saying it clearly.
Defendant.
I'm trying to come to address.
Defendant.
What is the family to address? The Constitution. My family to address.
Defendant.
The family to address.
Can you listen to the court?
My lord, please.
Can you listen to the court?
My lord, I need to find my family within address. It's in the Constitution.
I appeal to you to comport yourself this temple of justice.
My lord, you are blessed. You are blessed. This is not law. You are blessed. It's not law.
Please, I beg you to comport yourself.
My lord, this is not law. Show me where it says you can waive my right to address.
Beg you to
Show me.
comport yourself.
Show me where it says you can waive my right to family within address.
You
Show me.
in the
My lord, you are conducting the case for them. You are wearing the case for them. Let them show me the Constitution. Show me where it says you can waive my right to within address.
you have the right to appeal after my...
No, my lord. This is your conversion of the court of justice. This is not law.
Can you excuse me?
My lord, I cannot excuse.
Let him take out.
It's not possible. It is not possible. My lord,
Take him.
you must show me where the Constitution says you have the right to work with the address. You must show me.
Excuse him.
Show me. Show me where it says so. Show me. Show me where it says so.
Excuse him at...
Is that how you brought the camera? Is that how you brought them today?
Please,
You didn't bring the before. You brought it today?
please,
Show me where it says you can find me on the law. Show me.
please, get the microphone from him, please.
I said, show me. Show me.
Excuse
Show
me.
me.
Get the microphone from him.
No, leave it. Leave it. Leave it. I said, leave it. It's a court of law. I'm under trial. I'm under trial. I have to speak. I'm under trial and I have to speak. Listen to me. Listen to me, please. I'm under trial. I'm under trial.
Please use the
I'm
microphone.
under trial. And I must address the court.
Please,
Wait. No, listen to me. Please. The judge must listen to me. No. Wait. Wait. I'm asking a very simple question. No, wait. Please.
According to the online version of the Oxford Dictionary, is, and I quote, including, dealing with all, nearly all elements or aspects of something, unquote. The defendant in the motion on notice and comprehensive written address prayed for reliefs including 4. The court to discharge him, which is a typical prayer in final written address in criminal matter. No doubt, the defendant clearly knew what he was doing by opting for final written address in form of motion/comprehensive written address in compliance with the order of this court made on the 27th day of October 2025. This would therefore be treated as the final written address of the defendant, and same have been treated and considered in the entirety. The defendant had also filed a notice of preliminary objection on the 16th day of October 2025. These two should be considered in the interest of justice, as the court having ordered that all preliminary objection will be determined in the judgments. Also, the preliminary objection filed on the 16th October 2025 is also considered thoroughly in these judgments. Another aspect of denial of fair hearing raised by the defendant is that he was misled into taking his plea in the charge. When the charge was read to when the charge was to be read to him, the court asked if he understood English. He responded that he did. When count 1 was read to him, he at first stated that he did not understand. The court ordered the registrar of the court to read the counts to him. He understood and took his plea. For the avoidance of doubt, I will reproduce part of the proceedings of 21st day of March 2025 when the plea of the defendant was taken. Registrar Nnamdi Kanu, do you understand and speak English language? Defendant, I do. Yes. Registrar, listening to the charge against you. Count 1. Registrar, after reading, do you understand count 1 I read to you? Defendant, I don't. Courts, take it again. Count 1. Registrar, after it, did you understand count 1 I read to you? Defendant, I do. Yes. Registrar, are you guilty or not guilty? Defendant, not guilty. Count 2. Defendant, do you understand count 2 I read to you? Defendant, I do. Registrar asked him, are you guilty or not? Defendant reacted, I'm not guilty. Count 3. Registrar read to him and asked him, Defendant, do you understand count 3 I read to you? Defendant, I do. Registrar asked him, are you guilty or not? Defendant responded, I not guilty. Count 4. Registrar read and asked him, do you understand count 4 I read to you? Defendant responded, I do. Registrar asked him, are you guilty or not guilty? Defendant responded, not guilty. Count 5. Registrar read and asked him, do you understand count 5 that I read to you? Defendant responded, I do. Registrar, are you guilty or not? Defendant responded, not guilty. Count 8, now count 6. Registrar read and defendant, do you understand count 6 I read to you? Defendant said, I do. Registrar, are you guilty or not? The defendant responded, not guilty. Count 15, original 15, now count 7. Registrar read and said, defendant, do you understand count 7 I read to you? Defendant responded, I do. Registrar asked him, are you guilty or not? Defendant responded, not guilty. The defendant clearly understands English language, being an educated man. On that day, he had his counsel, including senior advocates such as Kanu SN, representing him on that day. The court complied with the procedure of taking the plea of the defendant in accordance with section 271, 2 and 3 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015, which provide us, 1, the defendant...
For how long would this evil keep going? Though everywhere in Nigeria, people are dying, terrorists are killing people. Did Nnamdi Kanu kill anyone? The answer is no. So what is he doing in detention? It's an act of evil. Attack against Nnamdi Kanu is attack against the Igbos and innocent people of this country. What Nnamdi Kanu is facing is persecution and prosecution. He has said this repeatedly. You cannot try a man without a written law. He has only simply asked the judge and the prosecution to provide him with that section of the law that says you can try him. You cannot try a man under a repealed law. That would not work. It looks as if there is a grand conspiracy to jail man. How can you jail a man who has done that? How can you jail a man that he don't have any evidence to present before the court? It's a conspiracy. It looks as if there is a war between Igbos and Yorubas. Bear in mind that this very problem was inherited by President Nnamdi. They shouldn't make us look as if we're unapproachable. I reserve so many things, but the days and weeks to come by will determine the direction we have to follow. But I want to make this clear to each and every one of you. Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist, and they have done nothing to prove that he's a terrorist. Since 2016, this case began. From pillar to post, this same very situation was with my parents. In 2017, they could not survive the trauma of Operation Defendant. What is he asking for? Justice and equity. That's what he stands for. It's not against anybody in particular. Nnamdi Kanu has come to court today to make it clear to the court that he has told the judge that he has no constitutional power to try him. I've been sure the court lacks conviction. Even from the Supreme Court, they made a mess of this case by remitting the same case back to Federal High Court. That is called double jeopardy law. You cannot try a man who has been discharged and still refer the same case back to back to Federal High Court. What for? If they have brought in new charges, perhaps you understand.
But how would you explain the outburst in court?
It's a natural thing to happen because Omotosho is not willing to listen, is not willing to obey the Constitution, is not willing to obey the Supreme Court orders. So what is Nnamdi Kanu doing in court in the first place?
But you and I know that Justice Omotosho has given Nnamdi Kanu several periods to open his defense. And today he's opening his defense.
No, he did not. He came today for ruling. And let me make this clear to you. By cross-examining those witnesses that came to court, he has opened his defense. So Nnamdi Kanu should be allowed to go for his final written address. And the very judge does not want to allow him to do that. In the interest of fairness, he should allow him to do so. He said he's proceeding to go and rule. That's what he said today.
But the judge said that in other proceedings that happened before, Nnamdi Kanu said the same thing. This is common lawyer. And he's still saying the same thing. That is the ruling of the judge.
But Muslim has the final right for his defense.
But this I don't want to be confrontational. Yeah. But this same issue has been raised in the past.
And when you have had issues in front of us, what do you do? What do you do? They phrase the issue the way they want to phrase it. If they are to go by the constitution of this country, Nnamdi Kanu wouldn't even be in jail in the first place. That you need to understand. I think you and I have followed this case from the beginning up until now. Tell me one single evidence to convict Nnamdi Kanu. Evidence based on hearsay. Nnamdi Kanu made a broadcast in London which was monitored in Nigeria. Specific place they cannot identify it. Then they moved from that charge and said he made broadcast somewhere around the world. Where is it in the world which was monitored in Nigeria? They couldn't establish that. Now, a few days ago, the prosecution came back and said, oh, you made a broadcast in Nigeria. Where is it made exactly? He must have to tell the court. But they are unable to provide all these information because they don't have any. Also bear in mind that the witnesses they showcase in court, they are missionaries. They are missionaries. And that is why we have filed for perjury today at the medicine college. So for how long will this evil keep going? Go everywhere in Nigeria, people are dying. Terrorists are killing people. The Muslim man can kill anyone. The answer is no. So what is he doing in detention? It's an act of evil. Attack against Muslim Kanu. It's an attack against the Igbos and innocent people of this country. Those who believe in fairness and equity should rise up now, not tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We just heard from the father of Nnamdi Kanu, that's the person of the man of Kanu. I will be at this week.
What would you know
I mean, anybody in Nnamdi Kanu's shoes will have that outburst.
Come on, your mic,
Of course he is. I mean, what else can you do? What else can you say? If he is not allowed to exercise his fundamental human right, what else? You try to protest and in the best way or in any way you can. I mean, I've witnessed these proceedings on 2 occasions, and I am so disappointed. And in fact, Nigeria should arrive, because I think we are at war with the judiciary. Not just Nnamdi Kanu's case. If you look at the judgments and counter judgments of the judiciary, I mean, it's alarming. It's destroying this country. Remember.
But let me put it. John is saying that some of these issues that Nnamdi Kanu has been raised in the past and has been addressed. The judge is saying that Nnamdi Kanu was given ample time to open to defense, which is declined severally. That is the position of the judge. What do you make of this?
Now, the point is that not that he declined. He opened his defense by cross-examining the witnesses. But what he's saying is that he has nothing to defend, because even the law at which they are trying him does not exist. That they are trying him on a repealed law. So there's nothing to defend there. Not that, I mean, in cases where he has to do something in terms of defending himself, like cross-examining the witnesses, he did. But when you now ask somebody to defend something that does not exist, he will tell you that there is nothing to defend there. I think that is the message Nnamdi Kanu is trying to pass. The point is that for the judiciary, they felt they have a right as a judge, because the final say lies on the table of the judge. So you can say whatever you like. That's what is happening now, and that is what we've been witnessing in this country for some time now. Okay, the judges are abusing their rights. The judiciary is abusing the law system. You can't make a law and go against your law. Now, you use one judgment for a particular person and use another. You are messing the judicial system. So that's what Nnamdi Kanu is protected, because it's like he is helpless. So the only thing he can, what he's saying, allow me move my final address. That it is his right. That's the outburst. Because when they say there's an outburst, what is the outburst? The outburst is that, allow me, it is my fundamental human right. It is my fundamental human right that I move my final address. That is the outburst. And the judge is saying no. Now, what Nnamdi Kanu is trying to say is that the fact that you are a judge does not give you the right to go against the law that put you there. The judges, even though you are a judge and in any court you sit, you have the final say. But something gave you the power to have that final say. You cannot go against the law that gave you the power to sit in the court and pass judgment. So that's the outburst. That's what Nnamdi Kanu is challenging right now.
Is this a tribal issue? Because Kanu's brother is saying the Yorubas are against the Igbo. Are you supporting?
Exactly. In fact, I made mention it in court. It's like the Yoruba nation and the Igbo nation are at war with each other. If you look at what is happening, you look at a government that will engage terrorists, the original terrorists that have killed before, and they say that they are now repentant. I mean, terrorists that will come out in broad daylight and claim responsibility for deaths, and they say they have forgiven them. Now, to worsen the whole thing, they say they have rehabilitated them and poured them into the Nigerian military. And how can the insecurity stop? Now, Nnamdi Kanu, go and listen to all the broadcasts of Nnamdi Kanu from 2014 till now. Everything that young man said is happening now. It's like they have information of what is going to happen, and they were just giving it out. Now, what is the charges, the terrorism charges that are carrying out against Nnamdi Kanu? Kanu told people, number one, during the NSAS, when the militaries were shooting at people at toll gate, he said, defend yourself. He is not the first person that has said something like that. So the terrorism, he is a terrorist because he said, people, if the militaries are shooting at you, find a way and defend yourself and kill them too. That is the basis of the terrorism. Now, but people that have carried out terrorism, killed, okay, like the general that was killed, somebody have taken responsibility. IPOP have never taken responsibility for any crime. In fact, what they keep saying is that we are not responsible. Nigerian security, do your job. In fact, they went as far as, in order to blackmail IPOP, did you know that the federal government engaged a Muslim jihadist in the person of our Sènd to go and guide Southeast? Did you know that the federal they broke a jail in Imo State, carried all the criminals, handed them over to our Sènd? He recruited them and poured them in Imo State. Did you know that the Bubago outfit is the outfit that the federal government used to carry out jihad in Imo State? And now what they were doing is that when they caged the media in Imo State, because when I confronted the media, why don't you report what is happening? They said they are caged, that they will only wait until the police release their report. It is based on the police report that they will write their own report. They caged it. They will perpetrate this act. The next thing you will hear is IPOP. Now, who are these IPOP? You say IPOP. IPOP say it is not us. Why don't you take time and investigate? It never happened. Do you know that in the East today, if anybody killed, they don't carry out investigation. So all they did is to do that to set Nnamdi Kanu up to kill him. Let me tell you, Nnamdi Kanu is only one man.
Wonderful people, as we have finished watching this interesting video, please, I want to see your comment, your contribution, your opinion in the comment section. Like I said earlier, let us do it constructively. Tell me what you think about this video that you have just watched, and also about the platform. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please remember to subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, and remain blessed.